Just doing it up. Just doing it up.
Welcome to the season finale of Just Doing It Up. It is week 18. Sham has left us for the season. All of our guests have left us for the season, but we still got Klevdog. We still got the Rooster. We're going to give it one last ride. Klevdog with the recap. Here we go.
Here we go. Week 17 recap. The Rooster went back to his trusty Hawks and got burned. Pittsburgh went into Seattle and ripped off a surprising win, 30-23. He answered with hitting on New Orleans at +3 down in Tampa. The Rooster went toe-to-toe with A-Rock with his pick and came out victorious like the Saints, winning 23-13. He goes 1-1 on the week and moves to 17, 15, and 2 on the season. Klevdog bounces back from a tough week 16, but a hit on the Ravens, -4. Baltimore beats the piss out of Miami, 56-19, and locks up the #1 seed in the AFC. I strike again with my Packers as my 1.5-point road dogs in primetime against the Vikings. Green Bay wins 33-10 in a loser goes home situation and keeps their playoff chances alive. I go 2-0 on the week and move to 17, 16, and 1 on the season. A-Rock, the father of one, he stepped into the chicken shack and taunted the Rooster, boasting about Baker Mayfield's stats, and it burned him. A-Rock misses on the Bucks at -3 as they get beat by the Saints 23-13. A-Rock also pushed on his Raiders at +3. They fall to the Colts 23-20. He goes 0-1-1 on the week and moves to 15, 18, and 1 on the season. The money down parlay was chugging along with Clev hitting on San Fran -9.5 in Washington. A-Rock hitting on Cleveland -3.5 at home against the Jets. Champagne hitting on the Ravens money line with a great win. Slaughter of the Dolphins in Baltimore, and it all came down to Rooster's pick. He misses on LA Rams at -2.5 as the Giants return a punt for a tutty down the stretch to rip out our hearts. But, yeah, that was a tough one. Back to you, A-Rock. Why don't you recap Champagne?
Yeah, Champagne, thank you again for coming on the pod. Had the Browns, easy win. Joe Flacco balled out. The second half wasn't even a concern. He had the Titans, who did not ball out. They looked miserable against the Texans, a division rival. Usually play those tough, but no dice there. Only 3 points on the board. Texans handle them easily. And then the money down parlay pick, another easy pick for Sham. So Ravens money line there, like Klevdog said, not even in question. Myself, the Bucks, they did not show up to their home turf. I don't know what they were doing. It was 20-0 at the end of the third quarter. Did not score until the game was out of reach with 7:50 left. So not really any hope there to cover. Baker Mayfield still ended up with a decent stat line, but it's all garbage time points. I mean, 2 touchdowns in garbage time doesn't really matter. So, I mean, I was just reading stats last week. Rooster took it personally, and it paid off for him. So, good for him. The Raiders, I mean, it was a miraculous push. If you saw the Devontae Adams one-handed catch, it was insane. I hate fade routes. It was 4th and goal. Literally hit a fade route, and he pins it to his chest with one arm.
O'Connell throwing for Adams, and did he have it going to the ground? Touchdown!
Cover. He knew I had him. Thank you, Devontae. And then, yeah, the Browns at home on Thursday, just really no question there either for the money down parlay. So a rough week in terms of JDIU for the picks. It was nice to not go 1-1, but that ended up being 0-1-1. So kind of a slap in the face there. But otherwise, won 2 championships, won a parlay. So up big time on the weekend. That felt good. First time I won a fantasy football championship. So, pat on the back to myself there. Great advice from the Rooster all season long. So, that's why you tune into the Glasseater. But Klevdog, what do you got?
Hey, I just want to say, I'm nipping on someone's heels for first place in picks. We got a steak dinner.
Yeah.
I got Ryan at 17, 15, and 2. Klevdog at 17, 16, and 1. I just ripped off a 2-0 week. I had my Ravens Week 0 blog was hometown hype, and by God, the Ravens delivered. That was an ass beating. That was over. Actually, Miami started pretty good. They had me a little nervous. They went right down the field, I think, and scored early on. But what about my Packers? Huge win, 33-10 in Minnesota. And like I said, Jordan Love dazzled America in prime time. He completed 73% of his passes, 3 tutties, and 0 interceptions again. That's one single interception in the last 7 games. Pretty good. What else do I got here? Yeah, now we beat the Bears at home, and then Green Bay's in the playoffs, baby. Huge, huge. To you, Rooster.
A-Rock, you want to say something before I start up here?
Yeah, I mean the young receivers for the Packers, Reed, I mean, holy cow. That dude is a stud. 2 tutties, I think. So I mean, just balled out. Hall sucked. I had a same game parlay all on the Packers. That hit. That was nice. So great to see your team doing well there, Clev. And sorry for interrupting you there earlier, but yes, a steak dinner is on the line for the best record out of the other 2 losers' pockets. So what were those records again, Klevdog? I'm out of it, of course, because I fucking suck. But
we'll start with you then. We got A-Rock at 15, 18-1, Klevdog at 17, 16-1, and the Rooster in the lead currently at 17, 15-2. So it's all going to come down to week 18. Kind of some weird spreads, some players getting rested, but I'm coming for that ass. Pause.
All right, well, hey, enjoyed the weekly How About My Packers segment there. And then, yeah, I mean, as we head into week 18, I will say, a couple number 1 seeds are resting some players. Maybe the JDIU number 1 seed, he coasts and he just takes the same picks as Klevdog and blocks them out. I don't know, a little Price is Right type work here. But, we're gonna hold some integrity. I'm gonna go with my picks. Feeling pretty good about them. My picks last week, my Hawks, they finally did me in mentally, losing to the Steelers. I'm staying away from them. I can't do it again. I can't imagine being a Seahawks fan. They are just so back and forth, man. Like Geno, just the whole team. My dog, the Saints, did get the dub. Love that. I saw Taysom Hill, with the Moss in the end zone for a tutty. I mean, the ultimate little cherry on the top there. And then obviously, boys, once again, I let us down on the money down parlay. Rams obviously just going for a W, not thinking about these spreads. That's the pain when it comes to betting spreads. They get the dub, but they don't cover. Patriot great Gunnar Olszewski with the punt return. That was just too much. A-Rock, what do you have to say about your Patriot great?
I mean, I'm pissed, but because they had him legitimately tackled 5 times at the beginning of the punt return.
And the worst one was at one point he was dead still. He was being held up, and it's okay, he's going down, and then he does a little pirouette and he's off to the races.
Has a little bit of room in front of him. Out to the 20 and going to be breaking tackles.
What are you doing?
Olszewski looked like he was going down.
It's just, that's a tough one. Damn Giants. It's got to, at this point in the season, it's got to avoid those heartbreaking beats. This week's going to be a tough one with all the players sitting out, but boys, we just got to have a good week here. We got to pick them right.
Gotta have a good week to finish it off. The worst part about that punt return touchdown is that Tyrod Taylor threw the 2-point conversion way behind a wide open Saquon Barkley, so they didn't even win off of that.
Yeah,
so it was just
the immediate throw, and damn it, it's just painful. Been there before.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, tough one there on the money down parlay, but we're gonna get it back this week. Speaking of tough ones, Survivor's been over. We got the punishments coming there, so look forward to that, and look forward to the Glasseater each week, which we have for you. Puka Nakua last week. Rooster, give it to us. Break it down.
Yeah, well, you're getting advice here from a fantasy league champ myself. Pulled a dub this week to secure the championship. Puka, my boy, he had 18.7 points. 5 of 8 targets were hauled in for catches. It's 118 yards receiving. Then you sprinkle on top just a little 19 yards rushing. So we love that from Puka. Physical runner. A-Rock?
No, I was just doing the sprinkle.
Oh, you were just doing a
The
sprinkle.
sprinkle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, sprinkle it, yeah. This week we're gonna sprinkle it maybe a little differently with a little extra physicality. We're going with the guy who wasn't happy on Sunday. Team is in a little turmoil. I'm going to the Eagles. I'm going to AJ Brown. I think obviously coming off that big loss, they need a get right game. I think the way that they try to do it is by making him happy, getting him the ball as much as they can against the
Giants.
Oh fuck. Great. Against the Giants. What could go wrong? No, but he only had 5 targets last week. If you look back prior to that, the last like 4 weeks, he's had over like 8 targets a game. And I think the way that they're going to try and get right here is by working through their studs. Their offense is a little elementary right now, but it's Jimmy's and Joe's, not X's and O's. So I'm going with the biggest Joe at wide receiver, AJ Brown. And hopefully we end the Glasseater on a good, strong note this year. What do you guys think of that, huh?
Yeah, I like that. I mean, Devontae Smith, there's some questions about his health, so definitely need to see more targets going to AJ Brown to keep him in play there. Klevdog.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, they're playing for something too, so you're gonna be playing hard. I like it. AJ Brown, that's the pick.
That's the pick. Speaking of picks, we're not quite there yet, but we have the best game of the week this week on Guess the Line. We have Jets at Patriots. Klevdog, expert analysis on this line. I mean, it's a tough one.
Yeah, best game of the week. But hey, Bill Belichick's not gonna go down fighting. This could be his last game in the Patriots cutoff hoodie. I think they're going to handle the Jets at home. I'm going New England -2.5.
So I think we have the line at -2. Well, I like how a handling for the Patriots is -2.5. So that's another 2 points for the Klevdog. What's our season total at?
So that brings us up to 27. I think I was mathematically eliminated like 3 weeks ago, but I clawed, I fighted, I ripped off 4 2-pointers in a row. That brings the total up to 27. I missed the mark by 5. That's going to be 50 minutes, give or take, drumming downtown.
Or $50.
Or $50, whatever comes first. So if there's some generous folks out there on a blistery January or February evening, then I could get the job done soon, but it's gonna suck.
I think you need some signage, man. I think you need to play the signage.
Gosh.
Oh, I did some scouting. Ryan passed by a local drummer going to the Ravens game, took a screenshot. I looked at his bucket situation. I think I need at least one more bucket, and a snare drum would be great, but I don't know if I'm gonna get my hands on a snare drum yet. We'll see.
Facebook Marketplace. Might have to do some digging.
More to come.
More to come. And here we come with picks, baby. We're going favorites. We're going Klevdog. Rooster and Klevdog are out for blood this week. They have literal steak blood on the line. Klevdog.
Hey, we're going to Fogo de Chao when I win this. And I'm going back to the well. I'm going Green Bay at home in a must-win -3 against Chicago Bears. We own the Bears.
It's Rodgers running for the score. Right on cue, Joe.
I don't think LaFleur's lost to the Bears. Jordan Love dazzled America. He's going to do it again. Green Bay at home -3. That's the pick to you, Rooster.
Yeah, I mean, well, we're going to Fogo de Chao. Makes me think of, just red-blooded Americans. I think when you think of football, you think of collisions. When you think of quarterback playing, you think collisions. Who do you think of? You think of Josh Allen. I'm going with the Buffalo Bills, -3 against the Miami Dolphins. My reasoning here is the Bills really need it. Dolphins won it, but the Bills need it. I think he's going to be putting the body on the line this week. -3 is not a big line. I think, once it gets past that field goal, it could get up to 5, and they need a tutty to come back. But yeah, I'm going Bills here. Dolphins reeling off last week. Then you add on the extra injuries. They lost a couple guys for the rest of the year last week, so it's just been a snowball here the last couple of weeks, kind of reminiscent of last year. Which actually, now that I think about it, they played last year in the playoffs, and the Dolphins almost stole one from them up in Buffalo. But it's a different story this time. I'm going Buffalo Bills, and I need it, man. I wanna win here, so I'm going with Josh Allen, and I'm thinking he's going to be man on a mission this week. A-Rock.
Two rushing touchdowns last week for Josh Allen, so I like the call that he's going to be involved in the running game. Granted, those were like tush pushes, but still love Josh Allen. Won me 2 leagues. Love that guy. Speaking of loving people, we're going to show some love. My team, the Patriots, -2, like Klevdog almost predicted. No rhyme or reason. I mean, I'm statistically eliminated from the steak dinner. I'll be enjoying it, but I will not be getting it paid for. So I'm gonna have a little fun this week. Root for my team against the Jets. Probably gonna be honestly the worst watch of the weekend. But I don't love the way Zappy turns the ball over, but at least he's more competitive than Mac Jones. So hell yeah, Patriots. -2, that's the pick. Speaking of underdogs, which the Patriots normally are, we're gonna go to underdogs. We're gonna go to Klevdog for his underdog pick. Again, more important than mine.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. All eyes might be on the Pats this weekend, but Houston at Indianapolis, winner goes to the playoffs. Love this. Had to get some action on this game. I'm going Indy +1.5 at home. They lose by 1, I win. So they started the season at, what do you got, Rooster? I'm coming to you.
I'm just curious. You like this game. Did you know that you needed an underdog and then you talked yourself into the Colts? Or did you always know that you wanted the Colts?
No, I originally was looking at this line and I was thinking, I thought it was Houston +1.5. I reversed this. I looked at some Houston. I just clicked the hyperlink from the Houston article to the Indianapolis Colts article. And I'll tell you what I came upon. I got a Minshew quote here. He said, "We never asked for this shit to be easy. All we asked for is a chance, and now we've got it. Now, what are we going to do with it?" I kind of wish that last line was a little more tougher, but I think the Colts win. I think the Colts win at home. The Jags lose against the Titans, and the Colts win the fucking division. What do you think about that?
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Oh, wow. Damn. All right.
For you, that's the pick. Indy +1.5.
It would be very Jags for them to lose the division against the Titans playing for nothing. But
all right, well, it's funny. It's funny you say that. Because I'm looking here at another team that's trying to play into the playoffs, similar to your Packers. And I'm gonna go with my underdog, the Rams. I want the Rams +3 against the Niners. They're playing great football. They've won like 4 out of their last 5, I want to say. Niners might be sitting some guys. Rams obviously aren't going to be.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
I think this is a chance here for the Rams to end their season strong, where for the Niners are going to kind of more just coast into the playoffs. They don't really have much to play for this week. So I think Rams are going to be trying to keep the momentum and, playing against the Niners. I think it's already a pretty good matchup, but with the Niners likely sitting some guys, even though Shanahan's kind of been like wishy-washy about what he's going to do, I like the Rams and didn't like the Colts pick for 2 reasons.
You know what? I'm a nice guy. I'm seeing the line at +3.5. I'll give you the extra half point. You could take the Rams +3.5, but I don't think they're covering either way.
All right. Well, I mean, it's basically a pick'em game between the Colts and the Texans, and I don't know. I don't know if I'd be taking Gardner Minshew over CJ Stroud, but I'm not here to, I'm gonna let you make your picks, and I'll make my picks, and we'll see who comes out on top here
Yeah, well,
Sunday night, Monday morning. But A-Rock, what are you doing over there? What are you thinking?
I hated the board this week for underdogs, man. These are some tough picks for underdogs. So yeah, I mean, I could play villain. I could just go Titans or Bears. Just to throw some chatter in the group chat. But I was thinking about riding the Rams, but I think I'm going to go back to the Colts just because that game means a little bit more. I'm going to go Colts plus 1.5. I might be cursing Klevdog here because my dog's record is trash. But
But
so
dog, do you like that he's jumping in the boat with you on this pick?
I mean, I don't like when both of you are pulling your credit cards out, splitting the tab at Fogo, but I just need the Colts to come through for me because I know my Packers are. I think we're going to be playing in Dallas in the playoffs once we beat the shit out of the Bears for the second time this season. That's what I'm predicting.
Colts minus 1.5 is the pick. So, man, now I feel bad. I feel bad picking a pick on either side here. I don't like it. You know what? I don't like it. We're gonna go. I'm just looking at the board. We're gonna go Giants plus 5.5. Mass chaos.
You just retracted? You're retracting?
I'm retracting. I can't be involved in the Fogo. I
New
can't.
York Giants plus
Wow.
5.5.
5.5.
All right, that's the first retraction. I think I like it.
I can't be involved in the Fogo picks. I can't. My dog. Bring up the dog record. What's the dog record? Like the past 5 weeks, I'm pretty sure it's just 0-5.
I know the dogs are not good. That's what I know. I don't know the records, but I know they're not good.
I'd have to do some calculating, but I'm seeing a lot of red on the board.
Yeah, so I mean, I just can't be on either side of this. I need to give you guys a fair shot at winning this, because I will bring you down with me. All right. Speaking of banding together and coming together to win something, we're gonna do the money down parlay one last time. And speaking of records we don't bring up, we're not gonna bring up this one. Klevdog.
Yeah, well, we got off to a very hot start, so I hope you're riding early on this money down parlay. But lately, we don't need to talk about it. I'm going with Dallas in Washington. I'm taking Dallas minus 5.5. The real line's Dallas minus 13. I think they're going to absolutely steamroll them. They're playing for something. Dak's playing for something. McCarthy's chasing his second ring. The pick is Dallas minus 5.5 against the Commanders. To you, Rooster.
No, I like it. I like it. I'm going here. I'm going my boys. Jags have a chance to win the division for a second year in a row. Line right now is at 5.5. Sad stat. They haven't won the division 2 years in a row since the 90s, which is just brutal. But hey, we're playing for something. I'd rather be playing a rival this week than, some Joe Schmo team that we don't really have any beef with. So we're going to be heading up to Tennessee, playing them. It's going to be an interesting game because they have likely going to be Tannehill, and it could also be Derrick Henry's last game. But I think this is overall, it's a pretty good matchup for us. They've really been reeling this year with injuries and making some changes. I know Vrabel. Yeah, A-Rock?
Beathard or Lawrence?
That's a good question. I'm hoping it's going to be Trevor. I want Trevor this week. I think Beathard obviously came in, he did the job, but there were some obvious limitations there. Listen, it was good that Trevor. It was good that Trevor got to see some turnover-free football. But when it comes down to it, nuts and bolts, you want your guy that gives you the best upside to be your starting quarterback. So it's always funny, you can have two guys and there's quarterback controversy. I'll always take the more talented one. So I'm going to Trevor coming back this week, hopefully, and my boys getting the dub, winning the division, and making that Colts Texans game, which will already be done. I'm hoping we're just making it irrelevant, but we will see. So I'm going Jags, and I'm kicking it to you, A-Rock.
Yeah, I mean, I just like the way Beathard handled business, man. Not turning the ball over, death by field goals, and letting ETN do his thing. So it's kind of what you need against a bad team. I just hope Lawrence goes out there and delivers the same thing, just clean football, and you guys get the dub easy. So hopefully that's the case. Klevdog?
Yeah, it looks like I'll be rooting for the Jags now as well. We got Dallas -7.5. We got Green Bay money line. To you, A-Rock. I just took your pick. You go.
Spoiler alert! I'm taking Green Bay. LaFleur needs to win at home in Lambeau. Jordan loves cooking. Odds.
Dallas -7.5. Green Bay money line. Jacksonville -2.5. That rounds it out to +268. Let's end the year with the money down parlay hidden. Let's get the energy going and take it into the playoffs, baby. Go Pack, go.
We need it. Speaking of energy, I mean, thank you to those who stuck around with us all season. I mean, you could probably tell it was taking a toll on us these last couple of weeks. I mean, but shout out to the boys. 18 uninterrupted weeks of content being delivered through holidays, through sickness, through hangovers. So, I mean, shout out to you guys. Thanks for doing it. And look forward to doing it again next season.
Hell yeah. Let's wrap.
Alrighty, boys. Hey, let's finish strong here. Need it. 18 weeks, it's a war of attrition, but we got through it. A lot of weight on the shoulders when you're making these picks, but I know my money bags are gonna come up this year with some plus side money. So,
and stay tuned for the punishment videos to be released, and maybe some more bonus content. Who knows?
Yeah, I
Back
mean,
to you, A-Rock.
We're definitely gonna have something about the steakhouse, maybe some clips of the winner getting their meal, and then maybe some golf stuff again over the spring and summer when there's no football. So keep that in mind, and catch you next season. Ride Moneybags, ride. We're not affiliated with a gambling site or sponsored in any way. If you're going to gamble, please do so responsibly. For gambling problems, call 1-800-GAMBLER.